All right, Coach, you wanted a complete game. That was the goal. Will you settle for maybe a complete half? Is that what you saw?
Yeah, that's really what it was. The second half was pretty complete, and so now our goal is we've done it for a half. Now let's see if we can put two halves together and truly have a complete game, and that'll be our message this week and our goal this week.
You settled into sort of a power running play action offense. Is that the identity that you're looking for as a play caller?
Well, it is what we are right now. I'd like to be able to be spread out a little more at times, but it just seems to be what we're doing best right now, and so we'll continue to build on that while we work on everything else as well.
Alan Bradford had a big afternoon. Did he move his way up the depth chart? Are you considering that?
He did have a good day. Played extremely well, ran extremely physical. Still has some room for improvement, and so we'll look at the whole thing this week and figure it out by the end of the week.
Does he become the example, though? We talked about Tyler in camp. Does Bradford become the example about how you can win reps, win opportunities by practicing hard and performing and seizing an opportunity when you get it?
Well, it's a great message for our team. Alan didn't sit around and pout, even though he'd been moved down the depth chart. Continued to work extremely hard in practice to wait for his opportunity. There's a number of those in that game. C.J. Gable ran extremely well, had a great play on kickoff coverage, a huge block on the touchdown on kickoff return. Chris Gallipo had a great sack, interception, and a great special teams tackle. So I'm really proud of those guys.
It seemed like their game plan was to run right at you. Were you happy with how your defensive line responded at the point of attack?
Yeah, most pleased out of any position group, for the day was our defensive line. Played extremely physical. As you said, they came out lined up, just continued to run the same run at us. And our guys really established the line of scrimmage and played really well.
Our guys, our front four, they stopped the
defense.
run, but you still didn't get any sacks. I mean, is it health, or can those guys just do more to maybe get more hits on the opponent's QB?
No, I thought our guys played really well. We did have 2 sacks in general on defense, but a lot of pressure, some that were really close, forced some turnovers. So they're playing really well, and the sacks will come.
Nikel Roby struggled at times, couple penalties. He was burned on the touchdown. Is that an open competition out that second corner spot, or are you still comfortable with what you're seeing from him?
Sure. We want Nikel to continue to improve, but some other guys are playing well, and we'll look at some things. In Nikel's defense on it, we were running a guy off the field, and he turns to look, and the ball's snapped. And so he's playing catch-up, already when the ball was snapped. So, but we got to look at some things, and we played some other guys during the game as well.
Special teams steps up again, a little game pressure halfway through the third. You're trailing 14-13. You take a kick back, and that's the go-ahead score and eventually the winning score. But it seemed like the kids said John Baxter called that one. You guys sort of knew it was coming. What's the story there?
Well, it's just, Bax does a great job showing our players exactly how things are going to happen in the game, and game time adjustments throughout the game once they start doing different things. So our players executed extremely well. It was a great return plan, but your players have to execute it, and they did. And CJ had a huge block on the play, as did Shane Horton.
The 2-point conversions were a problem on Saturday, ended up chasing the points a little bit. I know that you think positively and you think of it as an opportunity to get ahead. What about the sort of mental aspect of it? Is it a little deflating to have a big touchdown and then end up with 6 instead of 7 or 8?
Sure it is, yeah. You have a big play and then it doesn't work, but you have a big play and it works, and it's even better. You get up and you're up 2 scores already. So we'll continue to look at things, and we're showing a lot of stuff, which is good. It makes other people practice it.
Well, we move into conference play. Give us an overview on Washington State, what you've seen from them on tape.
Yeah, we're going to have to go up there and play extremely well. It's a place that, over time, we've struggled up there once in a while. So our guys are going to need to be focused. It's our 3rd road game in 4 games, another long trip, and so it'll be a big challenge for us.
Are you aware of the recent history, first Pac-10 road game? For whatever reason, this program has struggled, even during the dominant times. Are you aware of that? Do you bring that up this week?
No, I wasn't aware of that. And, that's got nothing. What's happened in the past with a first game of a conference, whatever, has nothing to do with this team. And so we've got to go up there and play, like I said, in a very difficult place to play. And they've pulled off some big upsets over the years up there.
Cougars are 1-2, not great, but their quarterback, Jeff Tools, played very well. Is he the guy that you're keen on?
Yeah, you look at his numbers, he's played extremely well. You wouldn't think, with the 1-2 record that he would have played as well as he has. So we'll have our hands full.
Without a bowl game, have you set the primary goal as winning every game, or winning the conference because that's attainable?
Our goal is to win every game that we play, whenever that is. And so we happen to be playing Washington State this week, and that's our goal, to win that. It always will remain the same, to win every game they allow us to play.
Do you watch any video of other teams in the Pac-10 or the games live when you're sitting around on a home game, or do you just watch the next opponent?
I don't get very much time to do it. Once in a while I may catch a little bit, here and there if we're playing a later game.
You have any idea, just looking at scores, handicapping, what do you think the leaders are going into conference play? Who do you think they are?
Well, I think you obviously got to start with Oregon. You know, as I said in the offseason, they're the champs. And so until somebody knocks them off, they're still the champs, and they're playing like it. You know, the scores and the stats are off the charts, what they're doing. And then, you know, I'm sure Stanford's right behind them, you know, as physical as they're playing again.
One last random one for you. I don't know how much NFL you have an opportunity to watch, but Clay Matthews, a guy that you coached, he has 6 sacks through 2 weeks. Do you use him as an example of the walk-ons, the service team guys, that anything is really possible?
Yeah, Clay's a great story. You know, to come here as a walk-on, you know, didn't hardly ever started any games throughout his career here, but just kept battling. Was a great player here. Has been hurt most of training camp. Saw him this offseason. Was hurt most of training camp, and you know, has had a couple great games in a row.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.